used to believe desire was obvious. That when a woman wanted you, she would make it clear in some unmistakable way. A compliment, a confession, something you couldn't misread. But experience taught me something very different. What actually showed up first was silence. Not awkward silence, comfortable silence. The kind where she didn't rush to fill the space. I noticed the way her attention lingered, how her body stayed open even when the conversation slowed, how she seemed less guarded without consciously trying to be. Nothing about it was loud, nothing about it was sexual on the surface. It felt more like permission, like she was slowly allowing herself to feel safe in my presence. Maybe you've experienced this too, a moment where the energy shifts but nothing is said, where the connection deepens without any clear reason. Most men miss this moment because they're waiting for signals that shout, but real desire doesn't shout. It softens, it relaxes, and it quietly asks one question. Are you aware enough to notice what isn't being said? Female desire is rarely expressed directly, and psychology explains why. It's not about manipulation or games, it's about risk. From a social psychology standpoint, expressing desire openly carries social costs. Rejection threatens self-image, status, and emotional safety. This is explained through impression management theory. People regulate what they reveal to protect how they're perceived. For women, this pressure is amplified. Cultural conditioning often rewards restraint, not pursuit. There's also loss aversion, a core principle in behavioral psychology. The emotional pain of rejection is felt more strongly than the pleasure of success. So desire becomes cautious. It waits. It observes. Another factor is uncertainty reduction theory. Before revealing intent, the brain seeks predictability. Is this person safe? Emotionally stable? Attuned? Until those questions are answered, desire stays subtle. Not absent, just unspoken. This is why attraction often shows up as behavior, not language. Presence instead of pursuit. Openness instead of confession. When you understand this, everything changes. You stop looking for bold signals and start noticing patterns that repeat quietly over time. There's usually a moment when something changes. Not suddenly, but clearly if you're paying attention. The conversation slows. The space between words gets more comfortable. She doesn't rush to check her phone. She stays present, even when there's nothing exciting happening. I remember noticing how her tone softened, how her responses became less guarded and more real. It wasn't about what she said. It was how relaxed she felt saying it. That's when you realize the shift isn't about attraction in the usual sense. It's about trust beginning to form. Maybe you felt this too, that calm pull where nothing needs to be proven. In that moment, she isn't deciding if she likes you. She's sensing whether she can let go a little more. And that decision happens quietly, long before desire ever becomes obvious. When we talk about a woman giving herself, it's not just physical, it's emotional, mental, and psychological. It's about vulnerability, trust, and comfort. Attachment theory helps explain this. Secure attachment allows a person to open up safely. In contrast, anxious or avoidant attachment patterns can make revealing desire risky or inconsistent. Oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, plays a role too. As trust and emotional safety increase, oxytocin levels rise, deepening connection and reinforcing closeness. Emotional safety is the foundation. Before she can fully give herself, she must feel understood, respected, and valued. Her brain constantly evaluates risk versus reward. This is why subtle behaviors matter more than words. Eye contact, tone of voice, relaxed body language, all signal safety. These cues allow desire to emerge naturally. Giving herself isn't a single moment. It's a process. It unfolds gradually, shaped by psychological readiness, presence, and trust. One of the first signs she's opening up is subtle. Her guard slowly comes down, almost without her realizing it. You might notice she shares small details about her day, things she usually keeps private, little vulnerabilities that signal trust. Her body language softens, shoulders relax, arms uncross. Even her laughter feels lighter, more genuine. It's not dramatic, it's not a clear "I like you" signal, it's a quiet easing of tension. Maybe she leans in slightly when you talk, or she lets her hands rest openly rather than keeping them hidden. This lowering of guard is her brain signaling, this person feels safe. I can let down my walls. Desire rarely appears without safety. Psychology shows that the brain prioritizes survival over pleasure. When a woman lowers her guard, her nervous system signals that risk is minimal. This allows her prefrontal cortex to engage rather than just react. Attachment theory explains this well. Secure attachment supports openness, while anxious or avoidant patterns trigger caution. Polyvagal theory adds another layer. The parasympathetic nervous system activates when she feels safe, allowing calmness, connection, and receptivity. Threat triggers, on the other hand, release cortisol, shutting down emotional availability. In simple terms, before desire can flourish, emotional safety must exist. Trust is the soil. Attraction grows only when the environment is secure. Understanding this helps you see the subtle signs, so you stop chasing and start noticing the signals that really matter. One of the clearest signs she's opening up is her rhythm with you. She mirrors your tone, pace, and energy without thinking about it. Maybe you notice she laughs a beat after you, not instantly, or her gestures subtly match yours. Even her breathing seems to align. This isn't mimicry in a conscious sense, it's emotional synchrony, a way her body communicates comfort and connection. She's testing the waters, seeing if your presence feels safe enough to sync with her energy. You might catch her reflecting your moods, softening when you're calm, slightly tensing when you're tense. These subtle adjustments signal, "I'm paying attention. I feel in tune with you." Emotional mirroring is a fundamental principle of human connection. It's when one person unconsciously reflects the emotions, gestures, or speech patterns of another. Research in social neuroscience shows that mirror neurons play a key role. They allow us to feel what others feel, fostering empathy and understanding. In relationships, mirroring signals rapport. It tells the brain, this person is safe, we're aligned. Limbic resonance is another important concept. It explains how two people's nervous systems can synchronize, creating a shared emotional state without words. This is why subtle cues like matching posture or tone matter more than explicit compliments. They communicate trust and presence on a deeper level. When a woman mirrors you, she's not just being polite, she's showing unconscious alignment, signaling emotional availability and interest. This sign shows up when she starts sharing thoughts she usually keeps private. Not just small talk, but fears, hopes, and personal reflections. She tells you about moments that made her feel vulnerable, or experiences that shaped who she is today. It's subtle at first, a comment about a childhood memory, or a quiet confession about a challenge she's facing. Her stories reveal more than facts. They reveal trust. She's letting you see parts of herself that aren't for everyone. You might notice her voice softens, her eyes linger on yours longer than usual. Allowing someone into her inner world is her way of saying, I feel safe enough with you to be seen.
Self-disclosure is a cornerstone of human connection. The more someone shares personal thoughts and feelings, the stronger the emotional bond becomes. Social penetration theory explains this as a gradual process. Relationships deepen layer by layer, moving from superficial topics to intimate revelations. This isn't just talking, it's signaling trust. By revealing personal information, she's testing whether you respond with understanding and acceptance. Reciprocity plays a role too. When you mirror her openness, it reinforces the connection and encourages further disclosure. Research shows that progressive self-disclosure increases feelings of closeness and attachment. It creates a cycle: sharing, trust, sharing more. This is why the inner world moments are so significant. They indicate she's moving from casual interaction toward emotional intimacy.
One of the most overlooked signals is her physical ease. Her shoulders drop, her posture softens, even her breathing slows. She isn't fidgeting or scanning the room. Instead, she feels comfortable in your presence. Maybe she lets her hands rest openly, or she sits closer than she normally would. Small, subtle signs, but they reveal a lot. Relaxation signals trust. It shows her nervous system recognizes safety. You might notice she leans in slightly or pauses before responding, savoring the calm energy between you. This kind of ease isn't something you can force. It's earned through consistent presence, respect, and patience. Attraction isn't just psychological, it's physiological. Her nervous system determines how open and receptive she feels. Polyvagal theory explains this well. When the parasympathetic nervous system dominates, the body relaxes, heart rate slows, breathing deepens, and muscles release tension. In this state, she can connect emotionally and feel safe. Conversely, stress or perceived threat triggers the sympathetic system, fight or flight. This blocks emotional availability and desire. Small, consistent cues like calm energy, steady presence, and gentle tone signal safety. They reduce cortisol levels, allowing attraction to emerge naturally. Understanding the nervous system helps you recognize subtle signals. A relaxed posture, soft voice, or calm eye contact isn't random. It's her brain signaling readiness. Attraction is less about charm and more about creating the environment for connection. One subtle sign she's opening up is how she responds to your guidance. Not in a controlling way, but by letting you take the emotional or situational lead. She might defer small decisions, choosing the restaurant, the route, or even the topic of conversation. Or she might look to you for reassurance when discussing personal matters. This isn't about dominance, it's about trust. She's signaling that she feels safe allowing you to guide the interaction. Her energy becomes more relaxed when you lead calmly. She's curious, attentive, and willing to follow your pace. This invitation is a quiet test of your confidence and presence. It shows she's considering deeper emotional availability and attachment. Surrender in relationships isn't about submission, it's about choosing to be vulnerable. Trust is the foundation that makes this possible. Attachment theory explains why this matters. A secure attachment allows someone to rely on another without fear of rejection. Insecure patterns, by contrast, trigger anxiety and defensiveness. Psychology also highlights the reciprocity principle. When you consistently show understanding, respect, and calm presence, she feels safe reciprocating with openness. Decision fatigue plays a subtle role too.
By allowing you to take the lead, she reduces mental load, which lowers stress and increases emotional availability. Masculine polarity concepts rooted in psychology emphasize that calm, grounded leadership fosters trust, not control. When she trusts you, desire emerges naturally. It doesn't need to be forced. Recognizing this helps you interpret her cues correctly, so you can support emotional intimacy rather than misread signals.
At this stage, our presence shifts in a deeper way. She's consistent, attentive, and fully engaged. You notice she responds to your moods without judgment. She shares her feelings openly, without hesitation. Small gestures, like checking in or remembering details, signal investment. Her energy is no longer reactive, it's intentional. She's choosing to show up emotionally not because she has to, but because she wants to. This is the clearest sign she's moving beyond surface-level interaction. She's willing to prioritize connection, vulnerability, and closeness. When someone becomes emotionally available, it means they're letting their inner world align with yours. It's the ultimate form of psychological surrender. Being emotionally available is different from simply giving attention. Attention can be fleeting or performative. Availability is consistent and intentional. Investment theory explains this. She signals commitment not through words, but by allocating time, energy, and emotional resources toward the relationship. Opportunity cost matters too. Every choice to engage reflects prioritization. She's deciding you're worth her focus. Psychologically, emotional availability indicates trust, safety, and willingness to connect deeply. It's a signal that she's comfortable enough to let her inner world interact with yours. Recognizing this distinction helps you avoid misreading signals. She may pay attention casually to many people, but true availability is selective and repeated. This is the stage where desire, trust, and connection converge naturally. I remember a moment that changed how I saw attraction entirely. I stopped trying to impress or push for closeness. I simply stayed present and calm. She noticed, not in an obvious way, but in subtle shifts, lingering glances, softer laughter, and deeper conversation. It wasn't about magic or luck. It was about creating space for her to feel safe and valued. The more I relaxed, the more she opened up. Her stories became longer, her touch lighter, her energy more attuned. This is what most men miss. When you stop chasing, you stop creating pressure, and desire often emerges on its own. Many men see these cues and assume they mean immediate sexual interest. That's a common misinterpretation. Psychology calls this projection bias. We project our desires onto others and misread signals. Male overattribution error also plays a role. Men often overestimate romantic or sexual intent from women's behaviors. Subtle cues like relaxed posture, mirroring, or self-disclosure aren't guarantees of desire. They indicate comfort, trust, and emotional alignment first. Understanding these distinctions prevents frustration and miscommunication. It helps you respond appropriately without forcing outcomes or misreading intentions. By seeing the difference between emotional availability and sexual intent, you can engage more effectively and deepen connection authentically. Here's something most men overlook. Presence beats pressure. It's not what you say, what you do, or how hard you try. It's how consistently calm, attentive, and grounded you are. When you show up without forcing closeness, she begins to relax. She mirrors your energy, shares her thoughts, and lets her guard down naturally. The shift isn't dramatic, it's quiet, almost invisible, but it's powerful because it communicates safety, respect, and emotional stability. This rule changes everything.
Stop trying to make her act a certain way. Start noticing what she's already signaling. Desire doesn't need to be chased. It grows when space, trust, and presence exist together.
Desire is a process, not a performance. It unfolds quietly through trust, emotional safety, and consistent presence. Attachment theory, polyvagal theory, and social psychology all point to the same truth. Before someone fully opens up, their brain and nervous system must feel secure. The 6 hidden signs, lowered guard, emotional synchrony, inner world sharing, relaxed body language, invitation to leadership, and emotional availability, are all expressions of this process. Recognizing these signs allows you to respond appropriately. You stop guessing, stop forcing, and start observing patterns that indicate readiness. Psychology teaches that when safety comes first, desire follows naturally. Your role isn't to pressure or impress, it's to create an environment where connection can grow. This awareness transforms interactions from guesswork into intuitive, trust-based connection.
The most powerful shift isn't about strategies or tricks. It's about awareness. When you learn to notice the subtle signs, her lowered guard, her mirroring, her calm presence, you stop guessing. You stop trying to force closeness. Connection begins to feel natural. You respond instead of react. You create space instead of pressure. This doesn't just deepen attraction, it builds trust, emotional intimacy, and genuine desire. Desire isn't a race, it's a rhythm, a dance of presence and patience. The quiet cues are always there. The question is, are you paying attention? When you do, everything changes without saying a word.